same bank.
Oh, okay.
And they had that made up, and a mate of mine had a neighbour that worked in the bank, and she said, I'll get them for you when they, finish with them. So there they are, and that was in the 1980s. Yeah.
Looking at your bits and pieces over here, we were talking about Swan taxis earlier. So you're saying that was on the front of all the Swan taxis back in the day, or all of them?
Most of them, yeah. And you've got different coloured wings.
Yep.
You've got blue, reds, greens.
Yeah, wow.
And I was quite surprised to see a black one, actually. I got that off a fella in Bunbury. The young, my sister-in-law's son found that body in an old shed when I cleaned it out.
Yeah.
And the mate in Bunbury said, I've got a pair of wings that'll fit that.
This guy's been collecting for 15 years, guys.
That for my 40th birthday, and I'm 69 this year.
Yeah.
Because I used to call me UK, me you.
Yeah, nice.
so he made that. It was a really good job he done on that, yeah. And that's what you do with an old FBEK bonnet when you're bored and got nothing to do. I trace the pictures and then sketch them in there.
Yep.
718, yeah.
That is hilarious.
I've got a pair there. Well, they're good spares for my panel van.
Alright, so what can you tell us about this front end here? Because I've noticed it's got a crazy headlight set up in it.
Yeah.
And there's some custom stuff going on here. Where did you pick this thing up?
Would have been nearly 30 years ago now.
Yep.
I went out to Midland, the bloke was wrecking an old FJ, and I was chasing a back guard. And this was sitting on the ground, not the bonnet, but just the two guards are welded to the front panel there.
Okay, so they're all welded across,
just sitting on the ground, he done bolt the car because he was pulling it apart.
Yep.
And I said to him, oh, that's a beauty. What are you doing with that? And he said, it's going to the rubbish tip. If you want it, take it. And that's where it is now. Been here for 28 years.
Nice, but I'll tell you what, someone who's doing a custom build though, this would just slot straight on the front, wouldn't it?
In the 60s, they done everything you could think of on an FJ. Different grille, different headlights, scammer sunk them, stretched them out.
The modifications that they did back in those days just leave us in the dust. These days everything's getting schmick and shiny and all this, and I get that, but back in those days people just weren't afraid to get the grinder out, were they? And just go for it.
Grill in it, whatever,
So where do you reckon those lights are out of? We had a couple of guesses. Well, Scout was one.
I'm thinking of Toyota Scout because it's wider up the top here than the bottom.
Okay.
Because they went this way.
Yeah.
And the international trucks had them like that, but they were up and down. And I just think it might be Scout, but I could be wrong. I can't find no Maker's mark on it,
Yeah. Well, if anyone out there knows and can identify these, chuck it in the comments.
Yeah.
You're talking about all your grills up here on the wall, so these were your first ones that you collected.
That was number one, the 36 Ford pickup, or truck one, come from the Nickel River Mine in Crafer, 1976 I took that home.
Yeah, nice.
And that's where she started from there, and then this came north of Roban on an old place out there with a few old cars.
Yep.
And the Joe at Bradford, that's that little round one, it's a little English panel van it was.
Oh, okay.
And the bulldozer had run over it, flattened it out, but the radio grill was just sitting up like that. It was the only part he never squat.
Yeah, right.
And it's quite a rare, unique little car,
Yeah. So this is really the bones.
The side of it, that's the side of it, I love these old grills like that. They just stood out and they just work hard, I thought.
Yeah.
But,
I noticed your old indicator stock there. For the young kiddies, they wouldn't even know what that thing is.
Yeah, that's right. This is how it went in its old day.
Yeah,
that's right. That went down the side of the door like that.
And it swung out, didn't it?
So if you wanted to turn left, you go like that. If you wanted to brake, you go that way. You put your arm out the window.
And just for curiosity's sake, my goodness, someone spent some time drinking Foster's for an afternoon.
They must be brave.
And then the missus got the crochet, stuff out.
Yeah.
So should we wade our way to the next part? So
you've got a Stato,
HT. Is that a Speedo cluster?
Yeah, that's a Speedo. I think it's a Pontiac. Yeah.
Okay.
Around the 57 year.
So you've got lots of parts here. Heaps of. Like people would see this as a spare parts yard more than anything, I think. Neon sign.
Yeah, that one's got Apollo. That sign's got Barina this side. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they were good. Yeah.
Does that still light up?
Yeah, it should do.
You want to sell it? Right, so we've talked about a couple of your mates that you've lost over the years, and here's another piece of memorial for another good friend of yours.
Yeah, Ed Hankinson, he was a very good mate of mine, and a very staunch Holden man. He had a couple of FJs and a good collection of stuff, and sadly cancer got him at 62.
Yep.
It was a sad loss of a good bloke. That's him there. That's in his shed, actually. And
I noticed the Barina sign behind him.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So I found a Ford part.
Yeah, well, I've got a Ford mate that comes there. I've got to keep everybody happy when they come in.
Yeah, fair enough.
I always tell him that that's the last time I made a good one.
Yeah, okay.
28.
Nice one. Nice. Yeah, you're saying something about the badge that I didn't know that interested you greatly.
That's got the original Ford black emblem.
Yep.
When the first A models come out with that emblem, and then during the A model they changed it to blue. It's been blue ever since. So it's quite an early. That tells you that's a very early A model grill. Yeah.
So the original Ford badges were black backs, not blue. You know
what? Because before that badge came out, they just had the press Ford in the tin.
Okay. Yep.
On C models and stuff like that.
All right, back to the old stuff.
That's enough Ford stuff. And
is that a 303 without the barrel model?
No,
it's all there.
That's me mate made that. That's all wood.
I was going to say, this didn't quite look right. Wow.
Look at that. Barrel's wood. It's all wood. He can make anything you want. He's brilliant.
All wood. Look at this.
The only thing metal is the trigger guard. Yeah, the trigger guard, the side at the end, you know. He is unbelievable.
Nice. Yeah, no details spared either, you know, the sight, the whole lot, everything.
Yeah, he's
just need a big bayonet on the front of it.
Yeah.
That is very cool.
I love these Holden hats.
So these are the Woman's Day ones you were talking about earlier.
Woman's Weekly.
Woman's Weekly.
3R. Because back in the 50s, they were getting the message out that women can drive. They're easy to drive.
Yep.
And that's why you see women in all the ads. Yeah. And when I found that out, I kept coming. I went to all lot shops and you'd find them. Back in them days, you'd find a big heap, and I'd go through them.
Pick out
now, I know I can't find them now.
Yeah, everything cycles through, doesn't it?
Yeah, it disappears. That's a painting on my panel then done by Jenny Sanders. You heard of Jenny Sanders?
I think I might have.
She bought calendars out, placemats, jigsaws.
Yeah, I think so.
She passed away this year.
Okay. And she painted that one with your van for you?
Yeah, I've got the original hanging on the side. And that came out of the calendars that year.
Oh, okay, so they've made her calendar.
Yeah. That came out with her calendar in 2001, I think it was. And there's me and my FB. Another Holden I had.
Yep.
Geez, that's a few years ago.
Yeah, no, you're looking sprightly there.
Yeah, that's right. I shipped that FB up to Karratha when they had the Ocean Freeway. It was a ship that took a lot of gear up for the borough.
Yep.
And I shipped it up on that, and I sold that up there. And then when I moved down here a few years later, I was driving along and I thought, well, there's an FB, same colour as mine. I got behind it, it was the same one.
Oh, wow.
He bought it down when he moved down.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, so...
all right, well, man, there's so much. But your lovely lady has brought us out some bickies.
Yeah, have a look at that.
Got this beast sitting right here. Now, it looks like it's a dedicated gas car. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a...
Runs on gas?
Yeah, it runs on gas, all right, because it heats up the barbie plate.
Yeah. Let's open this up and have a look.
It's made it into a Barbie.
Awesome. Oh, look at this. Many a barbecue has had over this thing, I would imagine.
Oh, for sure, yeah. I've had the birthdays on this.
Yep.
Australia Day, Christmas.
Yeah, excellent.
Even Mother's Day, drag it out and burn a few bangers on it, yeah.
Well, you couldn't get much more Aussie than this on Australia Day, could you?
No, that's right, yeah, dead right, yeah. It's perfect, yeah.
Now, I noticed it had a drawbar on it. So it used to go around, did it, or behind a car?
When it lived in Bridgetown, he used to tow around Bridgetown to different dudes in town.
Yeah, awesome.
And then, of course, when I got it here, it was a very long drawbar, and it just...
Oh, okay,
and I wasn't going to take it anywhere, so I cut the end off and dropped the wheel right